everyone, it's Donna here from Donna's Creative Corner, and I am back again with video number 2 for today, and the first one of the year with wedding dress items. Today all I have are 4 bodices. They all weigh under the weight for first class shipping, so the prices I'm going to give you do not include shipping, but shipping will be between $2 and $3, somewhere between $2 and $3 ish for shipping. Bodice number 1. Oh, my usual disclaimer whenever I'm selling wedding dress bodices, the bodice part of the dress is usually the hardest to work with because almost always the stitching that holds the beads on goes all the way through the satin, so you will not be able to remove the appliques without losing beads and sequins. The only way to work with this is to seal the stitches in some way on the back and to fussy cut appliques. I'll try to remember to put in the description box below a very good video that Liz Benavides did on her channel on how she takes apart wedding dress bodices, so you can get an idea. So keep that in mind. This first bodice I am only selling for $5 because I believe wherever I got this from, and I can't remember where I got this particular one from, they must have laundered it, because there's some beads missing, there's some beads loose, there are some, frayed edges. This is the corded alençon appliques, and clear sequins on this one. There's some of it that you will be able to use, I'm sure, if you fussy cut the appliques out. This one has long sleeves. I'm going to come in a minute on it. But whatever you can't use, there's tons of beads and sequins on here if you want to salvage those to use in something else. This one, it has the appliques going all the way down the front and over the shoulders, and then down to the bottom here. Let me come down so you can see the appliques on this one. There's a lot on here. And you can see this is the part that's hanging off the bottom. But up in here the stitches do go all the way through, so it'll be more difficult to work with. And then it has long sleeves with a lot on the top part here, coming down to there, and then all the way up. This one you might be able to, there's heavy beading on this one, but it's not the best quality. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, it's not the best quality of appliques that I've offered before. That's why I'm only selling this one for $5, and it has satin covered buttons on each sleeve. And then on the back there's some coming down the very open back on this one. You see I have an owie. I talked about that in the last video that I uploaded today. So this is bodice number 1. Today I'm offering 1 bodice per person because everybody's interested in the bodices and I want them to go around. This is bodice number 1, $5. Bodice number 2 has some really pretty embroidered appliques. It has iridescent sequins on it. Oops, let me come out so you can see it from afar first. It has the open neckline. This top part is on tulle. It goes around to the back. And this is what the front looks like. Let me come down so you can see the appliques on it. Very, very iridescent sequins on here. You can see how much they shine. This one does have long sleeves as well. There's only a few at the top part on this, the puffy sleeve part. There's probably about 4 at the top of each sleeve. You have a little bow with pearls in the center of it. Got some tulle going down, and then at the cuff there's quite a few satin covered buttons on each cuff, and you've got that at the bottom of each cuff. And then on the back, I cut most of the extra fabric off to cut down on shipping. The neckline comes around to the back, and you have satin covered buttons going all the way down, so you've got a lot there, and just a couple of appliques down here. So this is bodice number 2, and I am only asking $7 for this one. Bodice number 3 is, I offered the appliques from this quite a while back. It is a silver, kind of a silvery gray color on the appliques. Heavily beaded, very heavily beaded. Has this pretty medallion at the center. This one, the sleeves have been removed. I think I've already sold the sleeves a few months back. And at the top of each sleeve is a rolled rose with stamen in the middle. So you've got 4 of those. And then let me come in so you can see the appliques. This one has the corded alençon appliques. Here's that pretty medallion in the center. Look at the beadwork on these flowers. You have some rice beads, round pearl beads. No teardrop. I thought there was some teardrop on this one. I think it's the next one. A lot of the rice beads. Coming all the way down to the bottom. There's another medallion here. And these roses at the bottom here. So that's the front. The back is open. It has more appliques coming partially on tulle and partially on satin coming down the sides. Down to these heavily beaded ones down at the bottom here. Very pretty, very unusual. I've never had one this color before, like a silvery, silver gray color. Very pretty. So this is bodice number 3, and I am asking $12 for this one. And lastly, bodice number 4, it's an extra long bodice. It came down to like around the hip area. I cut it up as far as I could. What I'm offering, this is 2 pieces, going to come to you in 2 pieces, the front and the back. This is the front. I'm going to pan all the way down so you can see how much you get on this one. And it is heavily beaded with clear pearl beads and iridescent, very iridescent sequins. You can see how they're really catching the light and catching the colors. It's still going. Still going. And still going down to the bottom here. And it goes around to partially on the side. Some of it's hanging off. So you have this big medallion here. Let me come down so you can see the appliques on here. Very pretty. This will be easy to cut apart. You will need to seal in the stitches, or if you want to cut it any farther, but you will be able to fussy cut around these to get them off. That's that big medallion there. And there's another one here hanging off the bottom, partially on tulle. And then let me show you the top part where it's really heavily beaded. Large beads on here, lots of them. Got a teardrop. That's a little dangle there. That's the only dangle on this one. But look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So pretty. And come up to the top. So that is the front. There's a lot to work with on there. And the back has this coming off of here. You've got some satin covered buttons. These are actually, I would consider these a cream color applique, because the fabric is actually cream color as well. It's not a bright white. This is a cream colored dress with the satin covered buttons going all the way down. So this is the second piece of bodice number 4. And this gorgeous bodice, I am asking $20 for this one. And that's all I have for today. Like I said before, one bodice per person. If you're interested in more than one of these, tell me which order of preference. And if the one you want, the first one you want is not available, I'll go down to the next one and that one will be yours if it's still available too. So send me, if you're interested in more than one, send me your order of preference for the ones you're interested in, and I will let you know if it's available. Prices do not include shipping. To place an order, if you've never ordered from me before, the instructions on how to order are in the description box below. You'll need to send me an email with some information if you've never ordered from me before. Payment is through PayPal only, and I do ship international. As things sell out, I will mark them as sold down below in the description box so you'll know what's available and what's not. But these tend to sell out pretty quickly, so it may already be sold even if it doesn't show sold down below. So that's all I have for now. Happy New Year to everybody, and next weekend I'll be back with another video, and it will most likely be my doily video. I have a lot of new doilies to offer next weekend, so stay tuned for that. But bye for now.